How's it going? This is Odd.
Hey, it's Red here.
And Mal.
And you're about to listen to our podcast. I'm just going to give you a heads up. Probably not the greatest for having your kids around.
Nope.
We are a 18-plus podcast, and we would appreciate if you would take that into consideration, as we honestly have horrible mouths. And obviously,
influences will ruin your life.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, by what our name is, we are the Ganja people.
And I was smoking during this intro.
Hey, I'm Odd.
I'm Red.
And I'm Mal.
And we are the Ganja people. What's going on, guys?
Hey, don't mind the dying coyote or dying rabbit in the background.
Something. We don't know. It's just not.
It's dead now.
It's a hot minute away, though. It really was. It wasn't that close to us.
It's in the field across the road.
Yeah, that's not close to us. That's like 100 yards away or more.
It might not pick up.
It won't.
Especially since it's done screaming.
Well, with us talking and shit.
True.
What'd you do to her next to your eye, bud?
I had a bad zit.
Oh, okay.
And then
I haven't noticed it all day, and we've been together since fucking noon.
Yeah. Well, you've been seeing this side of my face the whole fucking day, so.
All the way to Buffalo and back.
The Buffalo!
Yeah.
We took the back way to Buffalo.
Yeah, we did.
They took the back way to Buffalo. Mal stayed home today.
Yeah,
Well,
me
kinda.
and Red went to Buffalo.
They had a good time. Mal took kids to speech therapy.
Actually,
It was an interesting time.
it was an interesting day for sure.
We have our GPS set to no toll roads, which from our house to Buffalo, you have to go on 90, which is a toll road. Mm-hmm. So we didn't take the toll road. We took the non-toll road, which, by the way, there's like 37 turns between our house and Buffalo. Taking the back road. Oh, it's fucking stupid. Every 4 miles, hey, you need to turn. Hey, you need to. I'm like,
hey, stay on this road for 13 miles.
But we did make it to Buffalo in 2 hours.
It's like our trip home from New York when we
drove
80 turns.
It just wasn't up and down all the mountains. It was just a couple of mountains.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
Before you get to Mayville, it's like... You know when you're going from, Russell City on the way to drop the boy off until you get to, the really crazy S-curve? How it's
all the time, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's how Sherman to fucking Mayville is. You're like...
Speaking of which, Mayville, I swear, catches me off guard every single fucking time.
So we're coming up on Mayville, and I'm like, okay, so it's a steep hill. I'm like, my buddy Chris that lives in New York, they got in a motorcycle accident not too long ago.
Yep.
Anyways, his mom or aunt or somebody that he's related to used to live on that hill.
I got
on this blue house. I remember because I've been there a couple of times. Well, I as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, we're almost at Mayville. I'm like, we'll go over this hill and there's a whole fucking city right there. And he's like, yeah, okay. So we get over this hill. He goes, holy fuckaroo, there's shit everywhere. I'm like, I told you, bud.
Village come from?
It just over a hill and there's a fucking whole city there.
Right over the hump. Literally right over the hump. Boom, city. Okay.
Green hit of the night. Marco.
Green hit of the night.
Wow.
I was talking. Celebrating about the green hit of the night.
I know. Green hit of the night.
By the way, Polo.
We're smoking out of...
I was accepting it with a badge of honor. Thank you.
Blackhead tonight.
Blackhead.
Yep.
Which, by the way, is I'm going to say 6-inch. I'm going to say 6-inch. Steamroller with 4 chambers in them.
Maybe 7.
Maybe 7. You might be, yeah.
6.5, 7.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Anyways, he's pretty fucking dope.
Do I need to go with the ruler, boys?
Jesus Christ.
Let me go back to my house. I got some ticks. I gotta...
Okay, so... Anyways, we get to Mayville, and I'm like, alright, so... We're just hauling along. We get through Mayville, and then we get to Dunkirk, or Fredonia. Some fucking back hills, up and down the hill bullshit. So we get to... it's Silver Creek, New York. And it's where the Seneca Nation kicks in. When you get to the Seneca Nation.
Right.
And fucking... we do this stupid fucking roundabout. And then you're going through Silver Creek. And then there's a place called... Or there's a... like big fucking cowboy boots on this place, like a whole bunch of them, like 6 foot tall cowboy boots, probably.
Said it was the biggest Western store on the East Coast.
And I was like, okay.
I just want to go look at it.
So it was nice size. And then we get just by it, and there's a pet store. And I was like, oh, look at that, a pet store. So we have to feed Edgar this week, which he eats live rats. So I was like, I have to go to Erie tomorrow. Fuck that. I got to drive by that on the way home. Let's stop there. So we keep moving. Like another half mile up the road on the same side is a place called Doogie's Smoke Shop. And I was like, okay, yep. So if everyone that doesn't know, shame on you, first of all. But second of all, New York is now weed legal as of April.
Shame on you, first of all.
Shut the fuck up. Come on now. If you're on here, you know that you listen, like, you know that you like weed, and you're a weed enthusiast.
And you're listening to a podcast about weed.
Yeah, you should know where it's legal and where it's not.
I hate to fucking tell you, but if I was not actually on this podcast and I listened to this podcast, I still wouldn't fucking know
bet you could name at least 4 or 5 of them.
Because I hang out with you two.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, though. Like,
I mean, even if you didn't hang out with us, I feel like...
research. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to smoke it anyway.
Well, it's not even research.
Not that. It's just, you get, like... If you follow any weed sites, there's going to be a pop-up being like, oh, hey, Colorado, Michigan,
Virginia
Maine,
just went legal
Virginia,
this month.
which really surprises me.
So, like, you know...
They are hard on marijuana when it was first out. Well, not first out, but when I was first in Virginia, they were hard on
When
weed.
I first came out, they were pretty hard on it.
I mean, that's about right.
Yeah, they were really...
Anyways, so, like, we get, like, 2 buildings up on the opposite side, and I shit you not, we go by this, it says dispensary with 2 little pot leaves, one on each side. It's like one of those flags that just whip in the wind, you know? Like the little skinny ones that are like this wide, you know, like a foot wide and 8 feet tall. More like 6 feet, 6
Mind
and a half.
you, we're going down the road at
and I was like, oh, look at that, a dispensary. And it's a shed. I was like, okay.
We're going down at like 55, 60 around there. And he's like, oh, look, there's a dispensary there. Like, I literally did not see it.
He didn't see it, and I was like, literally, bud, it's a shed.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's hilarious.
We thought it was hilarious. So, anyways, we get to Buffalo. We do the shit we gotta do. By the way, bought a new reptile tank for us. Not brand new, obviously. New to us. For like dirt cheap. And it's a 65-gallon. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. So excited.
1 down, 2 to go.
Which is tomorrow's trip.
Yeah.
So, anyways, on our way back, I said to Red, we need to stop at that dispensary place. I don't care if it's a shed or not. I want to see what it is.
Yeah.
And then we talked about stopping at Doogie's, and then we talked about stopping at the pet store. Because I was like, if I could save myself a trip, why not?
Right.
So on the way back...
Here was like, we can't tell the snake people that we're using the rat as for food.
Yeah, because there's places that won't sell them to you if they find out.
Yeah, and we're sitting there like, oh, you know what would be really cute? You and Edgar would be such cute little friends on TikTok.
Anyways, fucking...
That's hilarious. That's really what you guys were doing?
No. He stayed in the fucking car, and I
stayed
went
in
by
the
myself.
fucking car, but it was funny. It was like...
That's what he wanted to do. Anyways, so we go from Buffalo, and we stop at this place. And we get out of the Yukon, because we had to take the Yukon to get the big-ass tank. And we get like 10 feet from this shed, by the way. Like a 9 by like 6 shed, probably.
It's a solid-sized shed.
Just, probably from this to the end of our... That's about how big it was.
You know about one of those Amish sheds that they usually sell in the area? About that size.
Oh, God.
But
we get like 10 feet from this bitch, and it's got both doors open. And it's like sucker punch to the face. You just smell weed. You're like, you get like a contact high to walking in there. You're like, good Lord.
Looking around.
There's fish shit everywhere. It's a tackle place, too.
Yeah, it's fishing poles, bait.
So... They have mostly bait. And I'm like, where's the weed at then? And on top of the counter There's little baggies with cones in them that are pre-filled cones. There's like probably 15 of them on 4 different strains. And then there's a little tiny glass case with little jars in them that had 5 little jars, and then they had a couple of pipes. Like 8 pipes for sale.
That sounds like a dope-ass dispensary, guys.
I was like, damn. I was like, this is interesting.
I swear to God, it was like a local dealer that was inside of a fucking...
He just like was like, oop, making my own dispensary today.
But shout
it's
out
on
to him.
It's on the Indian reservation, so I mean, you can't really say much about it.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, I'm sure they don't give a flying fuck.
it's recreational up there. What's stopping him?
So,
you know.
like, they're like, whatever. So,
More power
anyways,
to 'em.
we found some Alaskan Thunderfuck,
Yep. I found
some Chili Verde,
Chili Verde,
and
which
then
we're gonna smoke tonight.
some Blue God. So,
pushing my fucking ho-ho.
sucks to suck.
Crunchy Mel and Mama at
Here
it
she
again.
goes.
You guys ate all yours.
No, we
or
didn't.
they're in your
No,
pockets?
I did
We
it,
ate some.
actually.
Okay, well.
Some. Okay, just
I'm not the only one with munchies.
I ate my first half munchies.
Yeah, but see, we don't have a nickname for our munchies. Okay. Hey, look at that. Your phone's telling you it's time for the podcast. Boop, you're a little late, aren't you, bitch? Anyways. Your phone.
The phone.
Like, the phone's late.
Well, yeah, because usually we have to go get red at certain time, 7-ish, and then do it. But he was already here today, so we have to do it early.
I know.
Magic.
So we're just early. My phone's not late.
I also didn't put my keys away.
Good job.
I'm slacking today.
Anyways, so we bought some Blue God and some Alaskan Thunderfuck and some
Chili Verde.
Chili Verde, which, by the way, cones, a filled cone, which were pleasantly filled. Like, they were plump.
Yeah.
Were $10 a piece. Which, I mean, if you're pleasantly plumping a cone, it's probably about a half a cut. So, I mean...
I highly
those are pretty
recommend...
cheap.
I highly recommend this dude, but even though you could probably buy out his entire stock for, we'll say, $300, you know...
I mean...
It'd make his day, though,
I'm sure.
And I mean, we smoked a bit of one of the cones that we got, one of the Blue Gods. I got a pretty good buzz off of it. I mean, we only hit probably about a third of it between 3 of us.
It only went around like twice and we put it out.
3 times, I think.
Not like that.
2 or 3 times, I don't remember.
But I mean, they hit so heavily. You know what I mean? It's crazy how heavy they hit.
Oh, I know.
I was like, what the hell is that guy doing? Spotting. So we never ended up stopping at Doogie's, and I did get a rat at the pet store.
Yep. And we have a stellar ass tank, and I'm excited because now we are one step close. Now we need lids and decor.
Lids won't be much, though. We could stop at Birds and Bees sometime.
Walmart, Expo, those will all be decor shit. Possibly Buzz and Bees, depending on what the Expo doesn't have.
Yeah. But today was an alright adventure.
I'd say it was a fun day.
Yeah. I think me and Mal are going to take like $150 and clear them out next time.
Yep.
And I'm going to get gas at the place where they all fight over the gas prices. Some bitches were at $3.05, okay? We ain't seen $3.05 since the beginning of last year.
Yeah, they were fighting $3.05, $3.07. The gas prices were actually fighting for competition right there. Some were 7s.
And then you drive 20 more miles again, and it's back to $3.70.
Yeah.
$3.55, $3.65, $3.70.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it is. It was pretty dope, though. I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, I know where I'm going to get gas next time.
Right?
I'm going to go to the pet store, and I'm going to go Doogie's, and I'm going to go to that.
I'm starting to understand those people who put gas in, like, the grocery bags and shit for the $3 shit gas.
That's dangerous. Fuck that shit.
Please don't tell me you're that dumb.
I'm not that fucking dumb. Oh, my God.
Then you shouldn't understand it.
Please just be a smart ass.
You should.
Jesus. He got it.
I would hope you're not that dumb. Listen, I zoned out really hard for a second. All I heard when I came back was you were going to put gas in a garbage or in a Walmart bag, and I'm like,
No, I understood them. I'm not doing that. I'm not
I
that
would hope
stupid.
He'd do it with Ziplocs, though. They're more
Yeah.
sturdy.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what you're going to use this gas for.
I mean, you guys pick me up all the time. I could spare a
There,
cup
thanks
of
for picking me
gas.
up. Here's a Ziploc bag of gas.
What are we going to do with this? Just put it in the tank. Just put it in the tank, honey.
If you hand me a Ziploc bag of gas, I'm going to hit you with it.
Hey guys, I got some really good gas right now.
I got some straight gas
Yeah,
right
some
here.
straight gas right now.
You want
Sweet,
some?
I can't wait to try it. Yeah, me too. Shows up
And then I
with just
pull
a
out a
fucking
bag of
Ziploc
gas.
of gas. We're like, what the fuck?
I said I got straight gas here. You guys just...
See what I've dealt with all day. No, I'm just joking. Today was pretty chill. It really was. Like, we had a really decent ride.
Good.
Yeah.
Tomorrow will be even faster, I feel like, because we can actually ride on a fucking interstate.
Well, that and you've driven to Pittsburgh only an umpteenth times.
Well, I go to Buffalo a lot, too, like Niagara Falls
Yeah.
and stuff for concerts and shit, so, I mean...
We knew basically about half the route up there for sure.
If it wouldn't have been so back-ass, I mean, I could have got all the way just right almost there, probably, with no help. It's just when I got to Buffalo, I'd have to get some help where to go.
Right.
If I wanted to take the highway.
Buffalo, because there's 9 miles before you get into the core of Buffalo.
Right.
And it's all Buffalo, like, ugh.
I'm the navigator in that shit. He's the driver.
I'm not a fan of, like, going to big cities. I'm really
Excuse
not.
me.
Even though I go to them a lot. I really do. I was thinking maybe here in the next couple of years, like, once we're established well, maybe we'll go to New York City every year.
That'd be cool. It was
Maybe
a really
we'll find,
cool
like,
experience.
a reptile expo or a convention of some sort that's in New York City every year and just go hang out. We don't even have to take anything with us. Or maybe we go be a vendor if we have a ton of shit.
Right? It'd be cool.
Just couldn't take anything venomous.
I
So,
like
trips to Buffalo
like
for the...
I could never live in New York City, but it is really cool to kind of just sit back and observe those that can.
We walked
People
everywhere.
watch the fuck out of New York City.
I'm not even gonna lie, when I was in Buffalo, like, just watching the people around there was... like, we went into this, what was it, Sunoco?
Yeah.
And it was...
I'm sure it was
It was
real.
the best
They had a
Sunoco
Subway
I've
in it.
ever been to.
The Subway was maybe a 10 by 5. Was
Yeah.
the whole Subway store. I was like... It was
It was
sketchy
a
as fuck,
Subway
too.
store that was fronting as a Sunoco.
Just kidding! Welcome to Subway!
We both needed to go to the bathroom, and their bathroom was broken.
I was like, fuck. So I waited all the way until we got back to Red's house to go to the bathroom.
Can I ask a silly question?
We couldn't find a bathroom.
You boys have the option of outdoor plumbing. Why the fuck don't you just go
We
piss?
It was all like where there's a lot of cars and shit the
Yeah.
whole way there.
Get
There was
behind
a-
the gas station. Open the car door and piss out.
I've mentioned something about it
After we
but-
left, but yeah.
But
Like, you have outdoor plumbing and have that choice.
so anytime that there was like woods to like pull over and take a piss on a tree or whatever, there was traffic.
A lot of traffic.
And then otherwise there was a city that didn't have anywhere to piss. So
No.
It was alright. We made it.
You got enough empty bottles in that damn Yukon. Oh, I have enough empty bottles in that damn Yukon. Piss in a bottle. Red, close your eyes. Okay, now it's your turn.
Oh, that's great.
that's grody.
Jesus. And as much as I piss, I'd fill a couple bottles probably. Come on now.
Probably. You just chuck them out the window.
And
Not
that's
only are
what-
we littering, now we're littering with DNA in it.
Oh, did we forget to mention we were committing felonies?
Okay.
By
then
driving weed
dump the
across
piss
state
out the window
lines.
and keep the bottle. I don't know. And throw it in the next trash can you find. I don't fucking know. What do you
Throw the
want from
piss
me?
out the window, she says.
Oh God!
Like,
No,
well, you're
that's
just
what
like
you
clearing your
do.
bottle out to throw it in the back seat.
Yeah,
and just
no,
with
you
piss
do
stuff.
that with cups, not bottles.
No. Then you do it, but you wait for the person behind you to be an asshole. Somebody
No,
that's
what
riding
you
your ass or
do,
something.
what you do is you get into the city, punch a hole with a pen, and then throw it out the window at somebody.
That's mean.
Yeah, that's what people do with them.
No. See, when I was a teenager, we used to play the spoon game. Do you know what the spoon game is?
No.
Okay, so when you're driving down the road in the ghetto, you take a spoon and you throw it at somebody, and if you miss them, you have to go back and get the spoon. That's the spoon. So you best hope to God you got good aiming, because otherwise you're getting your ass out of the car and go getting that spoon in the ghetto. It's a great game. It's so fun.
We're never playing
Myth
that game.
almost died one day. I ain't even shit you.
I'm not even... Why?
He lives
Why
in the
am I
ghetto.
not surprised Myth is involved in this game? I should have known. Did he teach you this game?
No, we all used to play it. Yeah, it's a big game. Like everyone.
Oh yeah, my group played it. And, like,
or you just go down State Street or Peace Street. And you just like, yeah, like hopefully you hit them because otherwise you gotta go back and get it, and they're really not happy with you.
See, I could talk my way out of it.
Sorry, I dropped it. But that's just why you go, yeah, and then just you have to
and
make
you
the
have
noise.
to get out of the car. Like you personally get out of the car.
I would get out of the car and be like, I am so sorry. I was trying to whip the shit off of my spoon, and my spoon went, woo! And almost hit you. I apologize so much.
There's a variation of this rule where you can't get back into the car until you hit them with the spoon.
I've never played that much.
So you have to actually get the spoon.
See, then I'd be like, I am so sorry. I'm really sorry. You have a great day, sir. And I'd leave. And not a fucking thing would happen.
She hopes.
That's what she hopes.
Till they pull a knife out and try to shank her.
And then I'll tase them. It'll be fine.
Oh, okay. I got a knife. I got a taser.
Let me get my electric out.
They hear
it's somewhere
that taser,
here.
They're gonna think twice
It's
about
somewhere
it.
here in my purse. Just give me a
literally
second.
though, that taser is like, it's loud as fuck. You're like, whoa, whoa.
Oh, I've heard it.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, one little click and they would think of it, and they would think twice about.
It is a rough day. Like I don't even like. I told her the first time I get hit with that taser, it's gone. It's gone.
Have you tased yourself with it so that you knew what you were?
Fuck no, I ain't that dumb.
Because that's what, like, I'm pretty sure that
great
with cops you have to do that. Same with pepper spray.
You have to get hit with an actual one that they use.
Yeah, the actual
actual taser that they pro taser. That they use. And you have to get hit with pepper spray too.
I mean,
I've tased myself, so I know how much they suck.
I'm not about it.
Yeah.
I don't like electric.
I have threatened multiple people with it.
Anyone that knows me knows I don't like electric.
I was stupid enough as a kid to put a key into an electric socket, hoping that it would open a door to Candyland. I was 4. And I learned fast. We don't put things into electric sockets after that.
I convinced my 4-year-old brother to piss on an electric fence that was set up for cattle.
I also touched a hot stove at a young age, and I learned, we don't touch hot things.
I grabbed an electric fence when I was a kid. My dad had to come pull my hand off of it.
Oh.
Here, actually.
Nice.
When it was my great-grandparents' house.
Yeah. Marco.
Pull up.
Wow, boys. That was really close.
She didn't say anything, so we're like, oh, okay.
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, who did say that first? You guys are really close. I thought Odd did, but I don't.
I'm also really quiet, and he might have, but
It was close. It was definitely close. At the slightest. At the most minimalist, it was very, very close. So I have no clue. It doesn't matter. I started the last pipe, so...
Well, here. You start this one then. Since neither one of you fucking know either.
We don't care. We're just gonna smoke.
We're all gonna
either
get
way.
stoned here in a second.
I know.
Like I'm already
I'm sorry, I'm gonna
stoned,
camp here a little longer until
I'm a little stoned myself already, so...
Right.
I've had a stupid long week.
I think it's clogged.
And,
Excuse me, I think that's clogged.
It's been a stupid long week, and I've gotten extremely stoned every day to go to bed.
Yeah. Is it clogged?
You see how little that hit was?
Well, I was say, where's the fucking doohicker?
I don't know.
We have it. We found it.
Yes, I have one.
Man, you're just not gentle about that process at all, are you?
Just right in.
You're never gentle about it yourself. God damn it.
I sure is.
He
And
made
I sure
a
don't
mess.
dump it in my lap when I'm done.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not
like-
graceful, okay?
It looks like Calypso King.
You're supposed to be more graceful than me.
Well, not when it comes to this shit, okay? Get all the weed particles. Particles.
fuck's sake. Okay.
I've got too much shit in my
So
hands.
how do you feel about Calypso exploding in your husband's lap?
Well, I can't blame her. It's more his fault than hers.
So odd.
That's
Eyeball
usually the case,
Robinson,
too.
you were a bad man. Bad man.
That's usually the case, too. It's usually my fault more than hers.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Feel better?
I hit some green right straight to the throat.
She had to get that payback. She left you with a green surprise.
That doesn't sound nice.
At least it's not burning in the morning.
Maybe she'll make you a blue waffle in the morning.
Wow. Good God.
Oh, God.
Not sorry.
That's grody. Grody.
Yeah, but it was funny.
So, Red,
It's not a hot salad.
tell me. No. Tell me.
Yes.
What are we learning about history today?
Oh, what are we learning about history? We learned that my phone's a dick and went back in time to the beginning of the fucking page. So, okay, we'll start off with how fucking ripped I was in the last show. Because, to sum it up really fast, 1450 BC, the Book of Exodus references a urn type, like, I don't know what to really call
Vessel.
it. Yeah, a vessel. And it was mixed with 6 pounds of weed and olive oil and, like, just other stuff. And they worshipped it pretty much as like, a healing remedy.
I mean...
They really loved the weed.
Yeah,
They really
apparently.
loved weed back then.
They drove some dope shit then.
They had
for Shaggy
some...
and Scooby.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't... The monsters weren't actually the people. That was just them being stoned off their ass and then finding out, oh, this ghost is actually... Oh, it's actually someone else. Oh, we usually call that LSD.
It was waste.
It was lace shit, yeah. Anyway, 1213 BC, Egyptians used cannabis for glaucoma and inflammation, excuse me. So they were curing, people's eyes with it, and...
I think it's to help with the pain from glaucoma.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because I guess glaucoma is very, very painful.
I think my grandmother had it, and she had to get a surgery to fix it, so... But, 1000 BC, bang, B-H-A-N-G, bang, okay.
B-H-A-N-G.
It was, okay, so bang was a drink.
Okay.
It's mixed with cannabis and milk. And it was used in India for, anesthetic.
I would say weed cereal.
Weed cereal or anesthetic.
Well, yeah, bedtime snack. Duh. Good night.
Take a night now.
I'm gonna go take a coma, thanks.
Yeah, a small coma, thank you.
Just one bowl of, bone.
I'd be a fucking bad it, dude.
She'd be like, away I go, coma.
You're starting to learn what your ancestors did back in this era, aren't you?
What do you guys do for fun? I drink a whole bowl of Bang, and then I see how long I can stay awake. How many times I can fuck my girlfriend.
People are like, you mean the energy drink? Nah, man, there's this better stuff called Bang.
I eat weed cereal for breakfast.
And then I'm fucked for 3 days.
And so is my girlfriend. Ew.
Oh, man.
Alright, so in 700 BC, there was medical use for marijuana in the Middle Eastern record in the Vinidad. I don't know what the Vinidad is. I'm assuming it's Persian related to one of their religions, so
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and be like, look, guys, I know all these religions.
Well, let's
and all
see.
That.
Go ahead, Mal. Do it. What's a Vinidad?
Okay.
You know she wants to. She's over there fucking getting her phone up.
What's a Vinidad? Not a Vinidad. What the fuck? How do you spell it?
Venidad.
Vinidad.
Is a collection of texts within the greater compendium of the Avesta. However, unlike the other texts of the Avesta, the Vendidad is an ecclesiastical code. What the fuck is that word?
Oh, wow.
Ecclesiastical. What the fuck? Okay. Code, not liturgical manual. These are a lot of
all
words.
I have
I don't know what they mean.
like in my little blurb here, it's talking about the founder of Zoroaster and the Zoroastrian. Is that what you're trying to say?
There's
I don't
zero
think so.
Z's in this fucking mess
Okay,
of words.
so let's just move on and say in religion they also...
In whatever religion this is...
Yes. Especially because we're talking about a religion that's from 700 BC.
It sounds like this is the Bible of some religion.
Yeah.
By the sounds of it. There we go.
Okay.
It's a Bible, guys.
More or less. So, 600 BC, the Indian medicine treatise cities, I'm guessing that's the collection of the Indian city of the time, they were using it to cure leprosy as well. So, marijuana has been used for a really long time as medicine.
Fucking politicians.
Yeah, so it's been... And even in 200 BC, medical cannabis was used in ancient Greece. Like...
Right. All right. So there we go. We found out some more about history of Wade. By the way, you're going to fuck yourself up.
I know I am.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm going to actually do that. So,
I just wanted to let you know so
yeah.
that way you don't like fuck yourself all up.
And we're finally caught up. The next episode, we're going to talk about not BC. So.
Wow.
I know. I was trying to get that one out the rest of this episode.
So.
What?
Oh.
Aggressive.
Let's hear your
Mean.
questions. Mel. That wind's like, fuck off.
It won't let me smoke tonight.
I know.
All night.
So, I want to know your personal opinions on this, okay?
Oh boy.
Would it be ethical to read someone's mind, or is that the only true form of privacy?
Is it ethical? No, but if I had the choice to, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on, let's be honest here.
I want to find the people that their mind is like a blank slate. And just be like, okay, you have nothing in your mind. I'm just going to read your mind so I don't have to listen to my mind.
No, I definitely read other people's minds if I could. Oh, fuck yeah.
I didn't say if you could. I know that you would.
I'm just saying, is it
right or
ethical?
wrong?
No, it's wrong. Oh, for sure
It's
wrong.
probably unethical to be able to read someone's mind.
Oh, for sure.
Because then whatever they're thinking, you just be able to like, oh, hey, I know you like,
I feel like
say
it's
you're a
cheating.
bartender or something. You're like, oh, I know exactly what you want as a drink. And I'm like, I haven't said anything. I haven't even told you hello. I was like, yeah, but you want this drink.
I bet you $1 I'll guess what you like.
I bet you know exactly.
Even though
what
I've
your
never
favorite
met
drink
you.
is.
I bet you I can
$1,
guess.
I can make you the drink you want right now without you telling me what it is.
Bar tricks over days or something like that.
Oh,
Go up to somebody and be like, I know exactly what you're thinking right now, $100 on the table.
yeah, but they could just tell you that you're lying, that you're not ready. You know what I mean? Like,
You have no proof.
yeah, you can't prove that's what they were thinking.
True.
Yeah, but most people will shit a brick. Their
Yeah, they
reaction
might.
alone.
If they get caught off guard, you gotta be like, look, I know you're saying, what the fuck? That's not exactly what I was thinking, And if you keep catching them off guard and you keep reading their mind, thinking what they're saying, what they're thinking, they'd be like, okay, get the fuck out of my mind. Here's your money.
I'll just keep doing it until you pay me the 100.
That's when you start rickrolling people. If you could put the images into their head and be like, oh, and put just songs in their head, like "Never Give You Up" and shit like that.
I would just play an obnoxious noise.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. The most annoying noise I could make.
Off of fucking Dumb and Dumber. You want to hear the most annoying noise ever? No.
And I would just play it over and over and over again in their head.
Or just straight, just nonstop. It's like,
No, I would
just be
just
so bad.
over and over again, like 30-second bursts of it.
Just,
mine.
oh god.
I'm an asshole.
Or make it something that just populates. Like, it's a noise, but then it keeps populating. Every time you hear two more, and then you hear two more of each of those, and
You have like 3 million of them. Just saying mine in your head, you're like, oh god. Mega stuff.
They'll give up eventually.
Right.
I promise they'll give up before I do.
That's like horrible mental torture right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I'm not all good. Maybe I would use it for a little bit of evil to get what I want. But
So, there is...
Now the
even
next
though-
question is, would you have to be able to see them to do it, or could you just find their mind with your mind?
Yeah, would you have to stalk this person and just be like,
In order to be able to read what they're saying?
mine.
Like, would you have to be able to physically see them in order to be able
I
to
don't
do
know,
it?
because if you have to physically see them, I guess I'm going to be a stalker for a while.
Oh my.
It's fine.
It's too funny.
Does it work like a voodoo? Do you have to have like a voodoo doll? If you have a piece of their hair, you can stare at the voodoo
I don't
doll
know,
and
but
it
if
works.
that's how it works, I'll cut their hair for them.
Oh, you're getting a tattoo? Don't mind me. I'm shaving your arm just
Actually,
to get a little bit.
there you go. There'd be hair.
Yeah, see, hair. Arm hair. Or leg hair. Or
Well,
whatever the
I
fuck
can't get a tattoo from your wife anymore. I've given her too many ideas. This is too powerful.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. I kept giving her ideas. I was out of control.
All right. What's your other question?
Oh, fuck, it went away.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Oh.
So it's not
Okay.
Oh.
What if you found out that there was another Earth out there, the complete mirror of our own existence in every way, and there was another you that existed on it? Would you want to meet the other you?
I mean, why not? I'd
I
probably.
think it'd be cool as fuck to meet the other me, and then I'd probably get really fucking irritated.
I don't think I would meet my other me.
No.
I don't think so. Because, like, I've made a lot of choices in my life, and if it was near identical, there was something that is different about them. That, like...
Well, it's completely different in every way.
Oh, different in every other
They're
way.
like the opposite of you.
Then I would definitely don't want to meet me, because I feel like I'd meet a much better version of myself, and I'd be a little jealous of myself
No,
because
I
I
would
made
meet a
a
much
choice.
classier version of myself, and I'd be like, what in the fuck is wrong with you? And I'd be like, no.
Imagine
I'd be
them
a
having
really-
a sober people podcast. Yeah, we're the sober people here. We're gonna...
So we go to parties every week, and everyone else is partying around us, and we stay sober and
We
talk.
keep putting cup holder. Keep putting
Coasters
underneath
cups.
all the drinks.
Oh God! Why do we talk about this? Jesus Christ!
Because it's funny to
Dumb
think about.
shit.
It's funny to think about.
Oh,
What would the opposite of you be like?
I don't know.
I have a feeling that it would be an uppity little bitch.
I feel like, because like I said, I've made a lot of choices in my life. And I wouldn't want to find out what some of those choices I didn't make ended.
I hear you.
Because my other self probably has like 7 fucking kids. Like, oh God.
I probably only ever had one husband and kids.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Or no husband.
Whoa.
and still a virgin.
So now she's trying to claim that she's a whore. Because that's the opposite of no kids and virgin.
No, more
I'm like, you're not a whore.
No. More like Miss Goody Two Shoes. That's wait until she gets married someday. And the opposite of you has accepted that, apparently.
Yeah, whatever.
No, not whatever, because He said, long time ago, that if I had ever told him that, he's like, I would have looked at you and been like, challenge accepted. And I'm like, you're such a dick.
I'm pretty good at convincing people of things, so I think I could give that a good challenge. Yeah.
I would stand zero chance, and I'm fully aware of it.
Like, in the event that Mal ever tried to cut me off, it wouldn't work more than maybe 2 days.
First of all, I get mean.
Mal needs the vitamin D to keep the monster away.
I get cranky as fuck.
Well, Red would never have known.
Wouldn't know.
He has seen it. The beast is not very nice.
He was like, I see you haven't gotten laid recently. Okay, we're going to leave you alone.
You either need some more coffee, some more nicotine, or some vitamin D. Maybe a little all three, make you a little better.
He's like, you better call your husband.
Better start on all that shit.
He's like, Odd, fix it now.
I remember the friggin' days when you didn't have cigarettes.
Yeah, she's fun on those days. She starts screaming at people, and then she starts crying, and then she goes back to screaming.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh,
I'm a
God.
hot mess.
Them's ain't fun days.
I'm no fun. If I ever quit smoking, I need to just go lock myself in a hotel room for a week.
Yeah,
so that I can't yell at anybody.
She's a dick when it comes to that.
You'd have to get 2 rooms. One where Odd's in the next room, so you can just pull him over whenever, and then be like, I'm done with you. Next room.
Well, somebody's got to bring me food.
That's why you gotta be in the other room.
Uses me for
There's gotta have that conjoined door where you can open it
He
up.
can stay with me. I'll try not to yell at him, but I promise nothing. That'll be.
That's why you have 2 rooms. You're like, fuck it, I'm gonna go play Apex in the other room over here. Fuck you. Quit being a dick.
Yeah.
When you need some more vitamin D, give me a call. I'll come tame the beast for a minute.
I'm not nice sometimes.
No. Not in the slightest.
You know, I'm not nice in the morning. I'm not nice in my daily things. I'm not nice when people touch me that I don't know. I'm not nice when people are stupid. I feel like I'm mean a lot.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Maybe I am mean a lot.
Yeah, you are kind of a butthole sometimes. Just saying.
Well, most of the time people deserve it, so.
It's usually the people that don't really know you, though, that think that you're mean. Just saying.
Yeah.
Like, you scare people.
I do, and I don't mean to.
It's because you're a psycho.
I think it's just because I have an attitude, and not everybody knows how to deal with it, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Her psycho reputation precedes her.
Yeah, but, like, I even scare the waitresses and shit, and I don't mean to. Or the waiters.
It's because you give them the eye. Because you're like, don't hit on my man, bitch.
Yeah, but it's even the dudes. Like, the dude waiters, I scared the fuck out of them, too. The one didn't even come back, remember? He sent somebody else. He came to our table one time and didn't come back.
Wow.
Well, it was because...
What did you do?
So
I demanded a menu.
Yeah, he's like, the menu thing's on our... Like, you just have to get a QR scanner and scan that. And she's like, give me a paper menu. And he's like, we don't have them right now. And she's like, find one. And, like, smiled at him. And then he, like, walked away. And some fucking girl come over and dealt with us after that.
He wouldn't get back.
She brought paper ones, though.
Yep, she had menus in hand.
Good thing you had some.
Yep.
But she wasn't a dick to him.
Wow.
She was just like, go find some.
Yeah, like...
QR code menus.
I'm like, I'm old, I ain't dealing with that.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't have that shit on my phone. What, do you think I'm 19? Get the fuck out of here.
Give me a paper menu that I am too blind to read, okay? Just give it here.
I want to look at the pictures. The pictures, Johnny.
Yeah, because I don't...
And, like, she wasn't even mean about it or anything, though.
No! But apparently I'm scary, I guess. I don't know.
We never got any fucking water.
No water.
Go get get some. Okay.
God damn it.
We'll talk. Maybe.
Yeah, okay. The two of you fucking talking without me.
We do sometimes. What? What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Likely story.
I don't know what else to do because I'm like, well, maybe this is instead of the nose.
I mean, what have I been doing the past few weeks?
Okay, he did it too.
You have the wrong hand up.
Yeah, but this one's got a cigarette.
Well,
Actually, you both still had the wrong hand up.
There, you happy?
get the fuck out of the way, Don.
You went first, so I'll let you win this time.
Woo!
Even though it was the wrong hand.
It's just because that was the free hand.
That's why I let it slide, because you have a cigarette.
Yeah, safety first. Burn! Ah! Yeah, that'd be great.
I didn't have any excuse. He did still use the wrong hand.
Right. Oh. See? Water.
Butter is nice.
Very nice.
I like.
Careful.
It's okay. I'm okay. I survive. Ooh.
I don't know. I feel like I'm nice to people that are nice to me, and I'm ass to people who start shit.
It's when people
It doesn't
say
go
or
my way.
do something that she doesn't like, then it's not good.
It's automatically, I start getting an attitude. If it's not the way I want it, I'm automatically have an attitude.
It's going. Oh, it's going,
yeah,
dude.
it's going really good.
Smoking as my mom and her friends would call it, a bone. Smoking a bone. And this is a big bone.
Good.
So this is Chili Verde.
It's pretty good.
It's got a weird aftertaste.
It's kind of spicy flavored.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Like, I feel like I'm smoking a chili. That's how I feel about it.
Good
Wow.
Christ. Doesn't it taste kind of hot?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I wouldn't chief it too hard because the paper is a little dry.
Yeah. Hit
They,
it lightly, Mal. That's what he said.
No power hitting.
They watered this thing with hot sauce. That's what they did.
There's Tabasco in the weed.
I can see why they call it Chili Verde, though.
Oh, yeah.
Which translates similar to hot chili. Definitely tastes kind of like it's hot. It's weird. It's not bad, though. It's a little aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
But then again, it's in a cone, so...
I coughed right into the mic.
The only problem is, like, with how fast this shit smokes, like, it'll be gone in, like, 5 minutes.
Oh, I hope not. I'm not prepared for the other half of the show.
Oh, man. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Go for gold.
For good, Johnny.
Alrighty. So, you must give me a moment here. What is a psychohazardous waste?
Psychohazardous waste?
Yeah, psychohazardous waste.
It is a super crazy ex-girlfriend that you warn people just don't fucking touch it. Anybody you meet, don't touch it. Stay away from it.
I was just going to say my ex-girlfriend, so...
Okay. A socially toxic pollution. The socially toxic pollution created by a person's psychotic or borderline psychotic meltdown. The confusion, frustration, resentment, and anger others experience during and after or loved one's psychological breakdown. The abbreviation of psychological hazardous waste, the psychological equivalent to biological waste, is a biohazardous.
Okay.
Sorry, I zoned out there for a moment.
Can you dumb it down for me?
Okay, so it's...
I'll be straight. Like, dumb it down for me.
Okay, so it's like when you're a psycho and cause other people to not like you because you're a psycho and having psycho moments. And it's just like saying, like, the psycho-ness.
Am I psycho-hazardous waste?
I don't think so.
So,
like, you're not that
if
bad.
I'm getting
like,
this straight,
you've never
it's
had, like, a meltdown.
No.
I'm assuming it's like, it's a person who's having a meltdown that it affects the people around them.
As well.
And they also want to melt down too, or something?
I just think it causes a bunch of shit in the air around them because they're having a meltdown.
Negative energy.
Yeah, like bad juju. You know, like bad shit.
So it's just a toxic person that you can feel the toxicity coming off of them.
Because they're so like, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, like that. Mm-hmm.
I think I can name a few people like that.
I definitely had an ex-girlfriend that was very toxic. Like, she was just very negative about everything in life. It's hard to deal with.
Was
like,
it the very first one?
Very first what? What? That way?
Yes.
Okay. You just handed it to me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Totally handed it to Mal.
No, you definitely just handed it to me.
I handed it to you.
No.
I
Yes.
totally definitely handed it to Mal.
Okay, whatever you gotta say. Because you definitely handed it to me, and I was like, I had to switch hands. That's why I remember.
I totally didn't hand it to you.
Yeah. Because I had to switch hands, and then I was like, that's off. So I was like,
Mal's first, because she was the first one to do the hand thing.
I don't know. I told you. Motherfucker was going to be out in like 5 minutes. I told you.
Yeah.
He's kicking my ass, though.
It's because you're taking big hits.
No, not really.
I watched it burn. I was like, yeah, I watched you do it.
I promise I'm not.
It gets you nice and fucked up, though. I can tell you that. And he did have a big box of raws there. Which is a kind of hemp paper. Which is what these are. See, it says raw.
Got ya.
I got fucking ash all over me. God damn it. So, have you guys ever thought of like a different life that you could have made for yourself that like you wanted to make for yourself and you just chose a different path? Like, do you have a different life that you, like, a different way you were planning on doing life and then you didn't because you chose something else?
I didn't know what I wanted to do.
I was in the same boat. I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life, but I had a lot of opportunities to do different things with my life.
Right.
But I know for a fact each opportunity that I would have taken would have really changed my life. I could probably name at least 5 or 6 events that I've gone through that I probably didn't take because I didn't know what to do with my life.
When I ended up getting divorced, I had this thought process. I was going to get out of debt, finish getting out of debt. And then I wanted to buy an RV and just travel and take photography and like live in different areas for different, like go to an area for like 6 months, say, and just get a bartending job everywhere I go and just bartend and just hang out, live in an RV and like on my days off go and do shit with like my photography and stuff. Cause like I didn't have really anything else I really cared to do. And like I could live off of bartending easily. That's really what I was planning on doing.
It'd be a definitely different life than what you're living right now, for sure.
Yeah, it'd be like a lot more carefree.
Yeah.
But it also would be like a lot less rewarding, in my opinion, than how it turned out. So, but like eventually I still plan on getting an RV and still traveling and taking photographs and stuff. It just wouldn't be like all the time.
Right.
But like
vacations.
Initially what I really wanted to do is just like I wanted to move to like just outside of Boston for like 6 months and just live outside of like Boston for 6 months and like check out all the shit like in Boston and Massachusetts and shit and take photography in all these different places and then go somewhere else for like 6 months. You know, I thought it'd be cool.
Get paid through the pictures.
Well, no, like, just...
No, I'm saying, like, if you got some really good ones, like...
Oh, well, like, okay, so I've always had this dream that, like, when I get to be, like, probably in my 50s, I want to make a book of all my favorite photos I've ever taken. And it doesn't matter what it's a photo of. It's just, like, I have a lot of photos that are, like, my favorite things I've ever taken of them. Like, I have different macro shots that I just love how they turned out. I think they're awesome. And, like, different stuff. I lost a lot of my photography when I was, like, 22. So, like, I lost a lot of work from 19 to 22. So,
That's a bummer.
Yeah, it's a pretty big bummer for me. So, like, and I don't think I can get a big enough resolution to get really, really nice photos of them now. Because I only have them off of, like, Facebook now. Because I had them uploaded to Facebook before that. But, yeah, I want to take and make a book of, like, all my favorite photos I've taken. I think it'd be cool. And, I mean, I'm sure I'll probably have, like, reptile photos and stuff that I take.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure I'll have a couple of them. You know, and, like, I have photos of, like, dope. I did some photos of dope one night. And, like, they were fucking stellar. Etzel Dope bought some from me. Like, it was crazy. Like, everything was kind of crazy there.
Right.
So, like, I really like doing that one. Like, I'll have probably a couple of them on there because they were really fucking dope. But, like, just a lot of, like, even people photos that I just like different stuff about them. You know what I mean? Like, I have really cool photos. Like, there's this one that, she had purple and blue hair, or, like, a pink and blue hair. And the way I contrasted it, so, like, the light colors were really, really, really white. And then everything else was really dark and different stuff. And it's, like, the background came out completely black, and we were in the middle of a field. Like, it was just crazy how it worked out. And, like, it's a super dope looking photo.
Sounds really
I love how it turned out. And I have it on my phone right now. Nice. It's in my portfolio, like my little mobile portfolio for when I'm talking to people about photography and shit.
Right.
Because I don't really advertise or anything with it.
Right. It's, you know, something you keep in your back pocket.
Yeah, something that I just enjoy doing. Like, the other day, I had my camera out and I was taking some photos. And Mal was like, how many photos have you taken lately? Because there was like a couple hundred on my camera. And she's like, when did you take these? Or this? When did you take that? Whoa, what the fuck? I'm like, I see something I want to take photo over. I get like, I want to do something.
And I'm like, but you're supposed to show them to me.
And I just go and do it. I don't, at the moment, and I just don't think about it after that. And she's like, there's a lot of really cool shit on here. What the fuck? I was like, sorry, I don't know. I just like the photo.
Sorry is not acceptable. Damns it.
But that was my other thought process if I wanted to live my life. I always loved the thought of being, like, living transient, kind of. Like, just living, like, in a vehicle of sorts, like a small RV or something. I don't have anything I give a fuck about.
Right.
Like, materialistic-wise. I have music and clothes and my camera and a computer.
Things you can all keep in an RV.
That's literally the only, like, materialistic shit I really have that I give a shit about.
Right.
Have my, you know, Xbox and a small TV, like, before, you know, in a small TV, and I'd have been fine. I could watch the, you know, have a cupboard of DVDs that I had back then or whatever, and that's that. Like, I would have lived just fine in a small fucking RV by myself.
It's almost like that picture of the meme where it's like, how do guys live like this? It's like, because that's all we need.
Well,
and it's just, there's like a chair, a TV, and a
like, it's
console.
like, it's way the fuck up in a high rise. You can see, like, in the background.
So, like, if we went in this house right now and took everything of mine out and put it in the yard, okay, and left all his stuff in the house, our house would be very naked.
It probably
besides
have
artwork.
the artwork, and then the TV,
There's like
the
4
Xbox.
pieces of artwork up there that are mine that I did, and the rest of it's all stuff that he either had, and I think there's maybe 2 that we got together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we have one that we bought together. I don't know if we bought in a second one or not.
We have one artwork, and we have one that hangs here by the door that we had bought together at.
I got you.
Yeah.
And I mean, since we've been together, I bought that one from Ryan, too.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, we just haven't got that one hung up yet. But regardless, I have a lot of shit. I like my stuff.
Like, I could live in a tiny house, no problem.
I could not.
I could too. I mean, I live kind of in a tiny house.
I literally don't give a fuck about anything.
We looked at one. And I was like, no, I'm claustrophobic, and I was like, no, there isn't.
She likes her shit too much.
I do.
That's literally what it is.
I do. I love my stuff.
It doesn't bother me. Like, whatever.
And, I mean, I couldn't have all my critters in a tiny house. Like, can you imagine? We couldn't even have a reptile in a tiny house.
Well, we could probably have one or two, but not very many.
Yeah, on top of the dogs and the cat. Mm-hmm. And the children.
You get tiny houses for the children.
They all just have their own little house.
Oh, God. I can just picture the boy's little house.
Oh, my God.
You have your little community in your little field.
I had not meet my kids in a field in the middle of winter.
No, it's just like, they're like, be like right there. And
I don't like this idea. Not even a little bit.
You'd have a pathway made.
It is way too easy for somebody to kidnap my children that way. Fuck that. Nope. Mm-mm.
No, that's just crazy talk. But, how about you, Mal? Do you have anything else that you wanted to do with your life?
I wish I had gone to art school like I wanted to.
Yeah.
I wish I had. But, no, I wasn't really given a whole lot of choices or options or opportunities.
Right.
That was one of the few, and I didn't get to do it. And it wasn't because I didn't want to.
In my, like, when I lived in Bradford, if I would have known what was going to happen, I probably wouldn't have left Bradford. It was fairly cheap, and I made really good money.
Right.
I would have just sucked it up for like 6 months working the shitty part of, or like the shitty hours at the casino until I could get bumped up a couple of spots. Until I could get, within like 2 years, all those bartenders were gone. Right. So like within 2 years, I'd have had banging ass money all the time.
Right.
But if that would have happened, then life wouldn't have been the way it is now. So.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be the same if I had actually gone to art school. Right.
Well, it's one of those things that, like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I mean, 3 divorces it took for the 2 of us that got together.
Yep.
Between the 2 of us, so.
3 divorces and a baby daddy.
I keep telling myself at least I statistically dodged my first divorce.
Why? Are you supposed to be divorced by like 28 or something?
Well, that's usually how long first marriages last.
I say most marriages, if you get married in your late teens, early 20s, don't make it to like the 10-year mark. Like, I think it's like 75% of them or something like that.
Well, like nowadays, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, shit. We live in such a, like, throwaway society.
Well, that's because everything's throwaway, but look at this can. You could have kept it around. I mean, you kept it around, but you can also throw it away.
They start to taste bad.
What I mean, though, with a throwaway society is...
They don't work on their problems and fix them together.
People don't give a shit enough about each other, and, like, it's so easy nowadays. Like, the courts make it really simple for people to be able to get divorced nowadays, unless you have a lot of fucking shit.
Right.
If you had a lot of money...
I'm saying in general, like, look at how much is programmed into our heads about what's throwawayable. You break a TV. You don't go fix it. You buy a new one. You throw away the old one, get a new one. Anytime something breaks, you move on to something else. Like, cars are a different story. You keep fixing them until...
Well, we have a mechanic for that. You don't have people that fix TVs too often unless they're, like, independent people that own, like, their own business.
And a lot of times it's more expensive to fix the TV you have than it is to buy a new one.
Like I said.
That's a problem. That's
I'm also... Makes my point still...
Right, that's how the economy is set up.
Yeah, that's how it's worked, and it's like, so why not relationships? And that's what a lot of people
Well, the problem
think
is,
nowadays.
too, is that the internet and social media has made it so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
And so much more temptation and issues for people and couples. You know what I mean? Like, it really has. And it's sad, because people are stupid and make dumb life choices.
Right.
You know?
For sure. It's one of those things that, like, I'm sure as time goes on, there'll be less and less, like, actual full-on relationships and shit. It'll be interesting how the world will actually work out. Because there's not a whole lot of people that are looking for somebody to be with forever. They just want somebody that they can enjoy being around at the time.
Comfort.
Until something happens, they get tired of them, and then they're like, okay, well, that was fun. Now let's try something different.
Yeah, I think as years go, traditional marriage will kind of start going down.
I don't think there'll be many people end up getting married in the future. People will just be together.
And then they won't.
Until they're not. Yeah, I think that's how most people will be.
Which is sad.
It is. But, like, the amount of people that actually, like, truly meet somebody that they really, really fall in love with, like, every way possible kind of thing, it's not very common.
Right.
It's really not. Like, all the time, me and Mal say it all the time, like, we're thankful that we got that ability. Because most people don't.
Dude, I listen to our friends' dating stories and, like, my girlfriend's boy troubles, and I'm like, thank fucking God.
Cringe.
Like,
oh my God.
Well, like, all of our friends are, like, relationship stupid. All of them are. No offense to any
last
of them.
night on
Some
Xbox,
of them,
I heard last night two couples, I think they broke up because one of the guys wanted to hang out with their friends instead of playing Minecraft with their fucking girlfriend.
Well, I mean, dumb shit can happen. But, like, I'm just saying, like, most of our friends are, like, I don't know. Like, with John Boy and Kara. I told them, don't date her. I saw how she was with Chris and shit. I'm like, just don't date her. It's not smart. Did he? And then, what happened? I was like, see, I just wish you would just listen to me.
Right.
Like... Like, I could call you that shit's gonna happen again. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. So, like, that one, I was like, well, if you would have listened, then you'd have been fine. But you didn't. So, and I get that he's upset about it.
Right.
I get that. I'm like, I feel bad that he's upset about shit. And I'm just like...
I feel worse because he took a chance and it bit him in the ass.
Right.
For the first time in, like, 5 years.
I know. But I flat out told him, though.
I know.
Before he started hanging out with her. Because, like, at, like, our wedding, he showed an interest, kind of, like, right before our wedding kind of stuff. And then he showed an interest, like, with Gracie. And I was like, well,
Our little hippie chick.
I'm like, yeah. I was like, she would be a better fit for him back. Like, just because she's not, I just know how Kara is. So, like, I've been around, I've heard enough stories, and I like her as a person, she's fine as a friend, but, like, I wouldn't recommend a guy to date her. That's all. Personally. Yeah. That's just me. But.
I recently just steered another friend. I'm like, no, don't do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not smart. I don't know. I just hate that this, like, nowadays, everyone's just, like, so much into a throwaway society. Like, why actually give a shit about anybody? Just do you, and anyone that wants to hang out, cool. That's more or less how the world operates now.
It makes me sad.
And I'm just like, oh, it sucks.
World changed.
This is how it's been. It's just getting worse.
Yeah.
It's because people don't give a shit about anybody but themselves nowadays.
And there's easier access to show people yourself nowadays. And
well, people don't even tell the truth about themselves or anything.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? That catfish, like, are left and right and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I don't know. I personally couldn't fall in love with somebody that I haven't met. Like, I could love somebody's personality and stuff, but I'm a very physical person.
You could love them as a person, but you couldn't be in love with them.
No. Because, like, I have to have that, like, physical connection. That's just me.
Right.
That's your love language, is physical. That's what your love language is.
Right. Not to mention, like, I don't know. You can tell if somebody's telling you the truth in person rather than if they're talking to you on the phone or, like, anything else.
Right.
I don't know. I'm one of those people that, like, I'm a big science person. Because I like to know what's true. Like, if I could show you that something's true because I could physically show you it, then I'm more apt to go for that, like something with that, than something that is like, if I do this for you, then this will happen. I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, if I don't know it'll happen, then I'm like, no, I'm not about to do that.
Right.
A lot of people might take a chance on shit. I'm like, no. I'll do something that I know works slowly better than something that's like a magic trick. I'm like, no. Like, I like that. No. I like magic. It's all fun and games, but no.
Yeah.
See, and then there's me. I'm like, oh, magic. And he's like, no, Mel, get back over here. Come on, let's go.
I start dragging her away. I'm like, come on.
No magic tricks.
See, I suck at life. I need him for guidance.
That's how you disappear.
He better not disappear.
No, I wouldn't do that.
No, that's what I'm saying. No magic trick. That's how you disappear.
I'm not going to disappear.
I wouldn't worry about that.
No. I don't go too many places unsupervised.
You kidding me? She'd get lost going to Meadville. She'd be like, hey, I'm running away, but I don't know how to get where I'm going. How do I get here? She'd go to Julia's. She'd go to Julia's just to get, like, away. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, okay, you're going to drive through Pittsburgh. And she'd be like, I'm lost. Come help me.
I'd be like, okay, I'm sorry. Can you come get me? Because I have no idea where I am.
I'd probably be a bit salty about it. I ain't going to lie.
There's 4 lanes and they're going salty. All the way I'm not going.
He would be very salty about it, but he would come get me. He would. After
I let her sweat it out for a day or so.
You got yourself in this situation. You gotta call me back exactly this time tomorrow.
No.
Like, I ain't going to make it easy on somebody if that's going to be a situation. I'm going to be like, well, all right, well. We'll let you sweat about this shit for a while before I come save your ass.
I've never, ever run off, though. No.
No, in the event that we're fighting or something, I'm usually the one that leaves. Because I have to, like, take a ride. And if it gets that bad, but it really hasn't.
It's gotten that bad, like, twice.
But I just take a car ride. Jam out some
and I know
music.
he just takes a car. I know that's what he does. He just cruises around. He doesn't go anywhere he shouldn't. He doesn't do anything. He literally just goes for a drive, listens to some music, and calms his ass down.
Sometimes I take my camera with me.
I sit at home, calm my ass down,
smoke a dozen cigarettes.
Yeah.
Cry a little bit.
Yeah.
Make some phone calls.
No, not usually. I almost never call anybody.
It's all texting. That's what it is nowadays.
No, I don't.
No, she likes to talk on the phone.
I do like to talk on the phone, but I don't, when we're fighting, I usually don't call anybody, because honestly, I don't want anybody's input.
So one thing I learned in anger management, because shocking, I've been in anger management, like texting and calling is actually a very bad form thing, like a very bad thing to do within, like, you know, a spurt of being angry, because your words can be taken more seriously,
right,
than you would actually mean later on, and they can actually hurt.
Right.
All right. There's a reason why I get quiet when I'm mad. I've adapted to not talking when I get mad.
I get loud.
It's just smarter if I just get quiet and I don't talk anymore.
I understand it.
My mouth is really fast. My brain's not as fast. So yeah. I just don't talk. It saves a lot of hassle.
I usually try to make a joke and just a diversion when I'm mad, because I'm like, look, I'm pissed off.
I've worked really, really hard, though, to be able to just talk through it instead of fucking yelling through it. Even when I'm pissed.
Couldn't tell you. We don't usually have too much It doesn't usually get too aggressive.
No.
If
we
have a
don't
disagreement.
agree and we're kind of arguing, it lasts like a couple hours, and then we're fine and go about our day. You know, done and over with. Work it out. We're good.
We're both people that like to work it out sooner than later. But at the same time, we have to wait until we're each a little more calm than not mad.
Yeah, a little more level-headed for the both of us.
The both of us have to give ourselves like a half hour between fighting and fucking trying to talk shit out. I'm sorry. Oh,
that's fine.
You heard it, right? You heard that?
Yeah.
That's what I needed right there. Needed to just like snap off. The whole leg just right off. So we were like laughing because wow.
I just want my foot cut off so I can get a prosthetic, and in the prosthetic I can kick and a blade comes out so that I can defend myself at any point.
You're trying to turn into Bender, are you?
Yeah, just like
So I think that should be like an advice of the night. Like, shut the fuck up when you're mad. Like, before you fucking get your shit in trouble. And I think that's a lot of, like, people's reasons why they split up nowadays. People are very insensitive. And then other people are very, very sensitive. So then when, like, that's how you know if they're going to stay together or not. When you get your first big fight, how that reaction happens.
yeah.
Because if they don't react good to each other, they're not going to stay together. It's not going to be a thing. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Like, I can tell you that. It's guaranteed. Because, like, if you get into a really nasty fight, like, I don't know. I just think that when you get really mad, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Just try to get out of the situation for a moment so you can just get your brain to yourself before you put your foot in your mouth and fuck shit up.
Yeah, go calm your tits for a second, and then you guys can fix it.
I think a lot of people fuck their shit up with their relationships because they don't shut their mouth.
Yeah.
They talk out of anger instead of
just cooling it down for a minute.
And sometimes it's not even exactly what they say; it's how they say it.
Yeah, and the tone of voice also can come off a lot as well.
It's usually what I say. I ain't even gonna lie. It's usually what I say.
Yeah,
that's how it is. So you just gotta put your foot in your mouth. Just be quiet.
It's just like those menus. Get me some paper menus.
Because honestly, he's like me. Neither one of us like apologizing. Okay, it's not our favorite thing to do. And for a while there, we actually had to make a pact together to get better at apologizing to each other. Because we sucked at it for a while.
We just like, well, fuck it. We're over
There
it.
was an apology
More or less, we were both like, well, we're over it.
Basically, he'd be like,
good.
here's a Pepsi and a candy bar, we're good, right?
like, just this is my payment.
And we were good. But we've gotten much, much better at it.
She still gets her candy bar and bullshit.
I do, but I usually get an I'm sorry.
There was a big fight where you had to pay up more than once. You're still paying up for it.
No, usually it's a Pepsi, candy bar, and an I'm sorry. And an I love you. That's usually what it is. And he gets an I'm sorry too, and I love you too.
We don't generally fight too often, though.
No.
It's very few in between.
Yeah.
We smoke too much weed.
Yeah.
We're too lazy to fight.
Number one relationship advice. Weed.
Just smoke weed together.
Yeah.
It is nice. I mean, me and Mal have smoked weed together for like 4 years now. 4 or 5. I was 6. No, it was probably, no.
No, because the other boy is
like
only 4, almost 5. So, like, it's got to be about 3. No, because the baby's 3.
Yeah, it was like 3.5. Because it was like Father's Day is when he started smoking with me. After we had the baby.
Yeah.
Because we knew we weren't having any more.
Yeah.
So I already got fixed and stuff. So that Father's Day is in like June, so we're in November, so it's almost 6 months. So like 3.5 years we've smoked weed together.
Mm.
I don't know. It's easy to be chill and just not be a dick about shit when you're high.
Right.
Sometimes when we're fighting, we'll come out here and smoke a bowl together silently. We won't talk to each other, won't say a fucking word, we'll smoke a bowl silently and calm our asses down. And then we'll sit here high.
We'll sit on our phone and not say a word to each other until one of us finally breaks and is like,
Hey,
Like
look at
show,
this.
yeah, go to show each other something, and then we'll start talking. That's
Step
usually
2 in relationship: share memes with your spouse.
Then we start talking, and we're calm enough that we can talk it out, and we're good.
It's
Yeah, we don't even
But usually
know.
one of us breaks, and then we're like, we
It's
start
something
talking.
that's too good that you just have to show them. They have to see it.
It's kind of like, have you ever watched Las Vegas? It's got
yeah.
all the old guys that go to Vegas together.
Yeah.
And his wife tells him that he can have sex with somebody while he's gone if he wants to. Right? So, and this he's like retirement age, and this like really young girl that's like in shape and stuff. And like something that he would be really interested normally in like getting with, she's like all about wanting to have sex with him. So he's like, he goes to it, and then he's just like, I can't. And she's like, why? And he goes, because I can't tell my wife about it. And he's like, and I tell my wife about everything. He's like, someday, hopefully you'll learn. You'll learn what it's like.
Right.
He's like, but I tell my wife everything. She learns everything. She knows it all. He's like, and I couldn't go back and tell her that I had a sexual experience with somebody else. I would just crush her. He's like, I can't do it. And she was like, oh, well, that's sweet. Like, it's just, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Once you get so far into shit, you tell each other everything. Like, and it's always funny. People are like, well, what do you always talk about? We don't. Like, sometimes
you know
we
what
talk.
we talked about yesterday? We both sat down and told each other what we ate all day.
And we manifest together.
Yep.
Like couples who manifest together stay together. I'm just saying.
It was just one of those days where you're Facebooking.
Well, like yesterday we were looking at the Gothic, those Gothic pages. So like we enjoyed looking at those, and we were showing each other shit back and forth, and like
And oddity pages that have just random ass crazy bullshit that's really
For sale.
cool.
I call that Facebook Marketplace.
Kind of, but it's different pages, groups, type of things.
this is like shit that we're interested in, skulls, and,
Right.
You know,
You know, shit that's
bones
crazy.
and
I'm
dead
making
shit.
that as a joke. Like, there's
Right.
some odd things you can find on Marketplace.
I know.
I know.
I mean, it goes by what you search, though. So I
Yes.
mean,
Mine shows me fish tanks and furniture, sir.
yeah, I was gonna say mine shows me vehicles and fish tanks.
I'm getting guitars and vehicles.
I was say, what the fuck are you looking at over there?
That
'Cause,
you're
like,
getting some weird shit. Oh, I get stickers too because like
I
Yeah,
saw the
stickers.
Steve Irwin with the Crocs one, and I need
showed
that
you.
sticker so bad.
it's a picture like it's Steve Irwin with a shoe croc.
Yeah, the Crocs.
And he's like,
I need it.
I was like, oh my god, shit.
Crocky.
I don't even know what
Crocky.
I'll put it on because it has to be perfect. It's something perfect.
I figured you'd put it like on your work.
I'd have to make sure that it was able to stay there because my stickers do not stick to it very good, and I can't figure out why.
Oh,
And I clean it before, like you're supposed to, and I can't, like, they just don't stick to it very good, and it kind of makes me mad.
that's weird. I've never heard of something like that. Maybe the kids pick at them.
I don't
could be
know,
it.
but I'd be afraid of that. So, like, it has to be somewhere safe and perfect, because that's a perfect sticker.
But like Mal bought me shitbox edition thing for
I
my
did.
big blue turd when I get the big blue turd on the road.
Nice.
Like a
So,
little,
like
make and model type of thing that, yeah,
I found that online and I showed her, so then she bought it for me.
I did.
Nice.
So like,
I messaged them that day. He goes, look at this.
I thought it was fucking hilarious. I was like, imagine someday when like the big blue turd's a hot hatch and like
Right.
fucking like it's got shitbox edition and people are like, oh, look at that thing. It's a piece of shit and it's loud and it's just, and then fucking just like, shoo, and they're like, oh fuck. Like,
Right.
shit's gonna be hilarious. I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
It is funny. So he has it.
I'm not sure exactly where it's at the very second, but
It's in our black hole of a bedroom.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. To know where.
The catch-all.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah.
on.
So
Yeah,
I have a
yeah.
thought about these tanks, and
Oh,
I'll fill
God.
you in later.
Oh, Jesus. These are huge tanks. Like, all three of them are going to be, like, the size of that one.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we got to fit 2 of them in there tomorrow.
How?
So, the...
You have to take the seat out.
The ramps won't be in there, and I think we could fit both of them on that seat. We'll just have to put blankets in between, put the one in, put the blanket over it, and then put the... Yeah, I'll probably take the car seat out tomorrow. And then put the other blanket over the other one, and then just... But we'll see how big they are.
Okay.
But we just got to get moving. It's time to get going.
Later.
Peace. All right, so if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to share, like, and subscribe to our YouTube and whatever you're on, Spotify. Yeah,
wherever the hell you are.
We don't
just
know.
Because as much as we could get out there, the better it is for us, And I mean, obviously, it shows that you guys like it, and we appreciate seeing that you guys like it. So
yes,
we would
it makes
just
us
love
smile. It really does.
Yeah,
love to see that
love
sub.
Seeing everything, we're gonna get everything here rolling here soon.
So on that set, I also want to say that we have our episode comes out every Friday night. Usually, hopefully, we like to get out about 4:20. Depending on work schedules, it doesn't always work out that way.
But we try.
So you can hear the Ganja People every Friday night after 4:30-ish, somewhere in the afternoon, evening time.
Yep.
Every single week.
All right.
On that note, we're just going to say we're out. So just remember, don't let your meatloaf.
Keep it creative.
Keep it dank, Ganja Gang.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.